Okay, welcome to episode 75 of season 3, Relay. This is the third and final part in the what, as far as you know, collection of Avalon's great treasures that must be brought. We'll begin with all of you outside of Lancelot's Sanctuary, the castle.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Are you outside of the castle?
like, at the doorway, I guess.
Okay.
It seems that with Merlin's focus having been slotted in, the castle itself has begun. You saw that before. It had been slowly kind of taking back and becoming more and more, I guess, clean. And in general, like, the stones have become more polished. There always is a fire in the hearth of every room that has a fireplace. The dust itself is cleared. The actual, like, puddles of water and stuff and plant life that had been kind of just invading inside has now been cleared. The gardens are tended. The castle itself looks like a brilliant beacon in the wilderness. Standing outside of it is, I guess, all of you with Galahad.
Is this like some part of Elle's birthday celebration, or...
Well,
do we know why we're here?
Yeah, I guess.
it seems that at first you thought it was for Lancelot's birthday party, but it's actually for something different. Over the course of the weekend, Galahad briefs all of you that over the course of the weekend, three technically other teams had been sent out to gather the resources in order to open the portal to Avalon. And right now, the final piece is Merlin's focus that you all must deliver to the Arch of Avalon that had been discovered by Lamorak and his team. Currently, it is under guard by Percival and Dindrain. And over there, they actually have the recovered mainsail of the Pridwen that had been discovered by Percival's team, as well as the Bleeding Lance that had been discovered by Dindrain's team when she had been sent over up north to Russia and had worked with the forces there to help gather. So all that's left is the final piece of the puzzle here.
Elle raises her hand.
Yes, Elle?
So you're sending me on a fetch quest for my birthday?
It is more so of a delivery.
Uh-huh.
That's even worse.
Right?
Do you all think... Do you think it might be a ploy?
Elle thinks it might be a ploy.
Galahad is 100% serious. Actually, pierce the mask for me.
It doesn't joke.
Elle.
I'm sure I'll try and pierce the mask.
Rhiannon thinks it's serious.
Oh, dear. Well,
For all you know... Well, you don't.
Elle narrows her eyes. I see what you're doing here. Very well, I will play along.
He looks kind of confused for a moment before... I'm sorry. Turning back, and taking out this, or uncovering this large kind of box shape appearance. It looks a bit like a chest, and it had this like handles on the side. But once he uncovers it, you see it's kind of a almost plexiglass case that's holding the focus itself.
And what is the focus?
It's this kind of dodecahedron isocahedron?
A D20?
Yeah, it looks yeah, a D20 basically.
Wait, was Galahad the one that looks like Matt Mercer too?
Yes.
Yes.
So appropriate.
I did.
Please.
Oh my god, I didn't even make that
talking about,
connection until
A
now.
staff or a ring, but it's just like what? How about how big is this D20?
I didn't even make that connection until now, Kat. I swear. That was completely unrelated.
I'm so pleased.
Oh
It's
god,
subliminal.
my inner fangirl is showing so hard.
Matt Mercer is everywhere. Yeah. So about how big is it?
Okay, it's about the size of a dodgeball.
Okay,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
that's very big. And what
It's-
color is it? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's kind of like a slight. It's almost looks like actual quartz, but the closer you look at it, the more you see there's like little veins of like shooting. It looks like lightning, but then it looks like fog, but then it looks like water, then it looks like fire, and it looks like all sorts
Sick.
of different elements shooting with like different
Okay.
rainbow colors inside of it. Stuff sitting.
Sweet. Galahad right now.
Oh my god.
Doesn't
Okay,
look that much like my
so
fingers.
again, so we need to take this and deliver it somewhere.
Yes. And I've been keeping in contact with the League of Heroes, and they have informed me that they have also been detecting the same waves of energy that that had led to Paris when Morgana attacked. So I'm requesting that all of you accompany to help deliver
Cool.
to the arch, so that once it's slotted in the arch, we can immediately get ready to head off to Avalon before Morgana can find us.
Yep.
Okay, like out of character,
Yeah?
where are we taking this?
You will be taking this from I have no idea why that I don't remember where the sanctuary is located. Did we say in England or in France? Alice?
The sanctuary is in England.
In England.
This
Okay.
map.
So you'll be taking it from somewhere in England, like southern England, I guess, to Glastonbury, like outside of Glastonbury, England.
Okay, so like a couple hours. Okay, we're
Yeah,
not like
maybe a couple hours of travel.
okay, cool. I just did not have the like. Is it across the city? Is it like
Oh.
a 14-hour plane ride?
No,
like...
it's no. You already took the 14-hour plane. Actually, no, you probably didn't.
You probably came through the mirror, right?
Yeah, Elle would have taken people through the mirror.
Oh my gosh, that's so much less expensive than plane tickets. Thank goodness.
Oh, jeez.
You don't know how much it costs to put mirrors everywhere.
That's true, especially if you want nice mirrors that blend.
Have you ever looked at the upkeep costs of a magic castle?
Well, it's a magic
I
castle.
was assuming, yeah, it was magic. So
Yeah, but magic
Yeah, but
ain't cheap.
the upkeep for that is like your life force or whatever.
Oh my
Exactly.
Also, I have to
Fun.
put a black rectangle that I didn't think of earlier over the shaded area because I have the GM stuff on so I can see through the fog, which means everybody in the recording can see through the fog.
Oh no.
whoops.
So I kind of just
Well,
spoiled the
that's
session
fine.
for everybody watching.
Cool.
That's
now
okay.
that Elle the player is oriented,
Yeah.
I suppose like Jamie's just kind of like, okay, is definitely looking at Elle. I think they probably would have asked what Elle wanted to do for her birthday.
Elle really hoped that this was like a birthday party. hosted by the knights for them. So
I mean, as
they
far
were
as
like,
you know,
let's just go here. And I'll take you with me.
you're not sure if this is a serious
but,
mission
like-
or if it's Galahad being Galahad.
Right now, they're kind of like looking at the rest and going, do you all need some explanation on anything?
I'm so out of the loop on all of this, and I'm very sorry about that. So we can
That's
talk
fine.
on
There's
the way, I
always
guess.
a lot of things going on. Yes, I'll tell you about things on the way. And maybe we all can talk about what's been going on with a lot of things. I know there's also been a lot of things going on that I haven't really been paying as much attention to as I wish I could have.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want this to be a day where we can all just talk to each other and get to know what's been going on with everyone.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds nice.
How
We
do you want
can
to carry
definitely
it?
get some cake, though.
I'm sure they have cake wherever we're going. Winks.
Winks, oh no!
Jamie's heart skips a beat because Elle's winks are powerful.
What was Rhiannon saying there?
Oh, she asked. She's over here like looking at this dodgeball-sized D20. I'm sorry, I can't say.
Just
I
yeah,
said
just say D20. It's,
And it's just like, how do we want to carry it? I mean, I might. It's a bit big. I might be able to put it in a pocket dimension, like a small one, but
It might be.
I don't know how
might
it would
be nice
react.
to have some cloth to put it in. I think there's some velvet around here somewhere. Maybe you could take some velvet from Galahad's room, just like a blanket or something.
I have a vehicle lined up, and we will use it to drive there.
Oh, so it's a road trip.
Basically.
You can drive.
Well, of course, we've had to get some
Adapt.
form of identification, and learning how land vehicles work here is no different than learning how a mount works. Just with different tools. More complicated than a saddle and a... What is it? What's the thing like
Right.
reins?
Oh,
I suppose. It's just that if it's more complicated than a saddle, I would expect you to be with it.
It took quite a few tries, but I, as well as Percival, and I'm still not quite sure about whether Lamarax has his license yet.
Rhiannon nudges Elle and gives her a look like, be nice.
Jamie's just kind of like, I can drive if we need to.
Elle just makes a smirk, like this is just how Lamarek and I are.
Okay. Alright.
I mean, hey, we can have like one of those quick flashbacks to actually Lamarack driving all of driving in
Yes.
Rhapsody. Where everybody's screaming in the car, and it's like putting the pedal to a metal. Is it the odometer? I don't know. It's just that
The
maximum
speedometer
speed.
is how fast.
Speedometer.
Yeah, the speedometer.
Honestly,
Okay.
Lamarek driving, I think, is one of those things where it's like, it's terrifying and he does all of the wrong shit, but somehow at the same time you're completely safe.
Exactly. It's like that. It's like a Fast
I
and
know
Furious
people like that.
movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
we're going on a road trip.
Yeah, so basically you all pile into the car.
Rhiannon does not pile into the car.
Okay, you don't
She has
pile
a
into the
separate mode
car.
of transportation, and she doesn't like cars still.
Right. Oh.
Like she will occasionally ride with Lucas, but that's about it, Kurt. But it's okay. She can keep up.
Okay, so she's flying behind. Well, not behind, but like.
Actually, Did you get my message before?
I don't think I did. Let me.
Oh, she's writing Kaden.
Right. Oh, right. Yes, Yes, I remember that now. Okay,
What?
I opened that message at 6 a.m. after I just woke up.
Yeah, I forget messages that I open when I first wake up as well.
Yeah. Okay. I meant to respond. I'm so sorry.
So most of you probably haven't seen it, but when I unlocked the last 2 parts of my legacy suite, she got a fantastical familiar, which I just use mostly as a mount, and he's really adorable. And I'll just find the picture.
Adorable.
Usually he's really tiny, but he can just like shapeshift into a bigger one.
Hell yeah.
I'm so excited.
So you pull this tiny animal out of your pocket.
No, he usually like rides on her shoulder, but you can't see him because of all her hair and stuff. He like
Leave my
sticks.
tails.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's only got
so
one tail
fucking
when he's
excited.
itty.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I have another question for context. How big is this car?
It's a Jeep. Off-road.
Minivan, baby.
2,
Okay.
and then 3, and then there's like a small opening in the back for one person and like a whole lot of luggage. You can all easily fit in there.
Well, okay, fair. I think Jamie would probably offer, like, Lily can take shotgun, and then just pile in the back with Seth and Elle.
Oh, of course. Oh no.
Who's sitting in the middle?
Driver, please put up the divider.
Oh god!
I'm so sorry. No.
There will not be snogging on this trip.
There's not going to be snogging, but there may be a little bit of snuggling.
Okay, Raiden's having fun on her fox friend outside of the car.
Just don't look into the window.
Oh my god.
Actually, Ree,
Yeah.
is there space for more than one person on there?
I haven't tried before. Kaden, you think you'd be fine? And I think just like looks over and like tilts his head a little bit, and then like just like does similar to like the horse nod, where it's like a little bit slow and it's like more of a neck movement than a head movement. Kris, please. Kris, please.
Okay, so it's fox
Like, there's a fox
noises.
thing. Huh?
It's fox noises.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. I don't know what the fox says.
Can't stop
great.
you. We know, Kris. We know. But yeah, so Kaden acquiesces to the fact that he probably could hold 2.
Okay. Elle will turn to Jamie and kiss them on the cheek and say, I haven't spoken to Ree one-on-one in a while. Would you mind?
No, of course. Of course.
I'll see you there.
Alright. He'll still pile in the back with Seth.
More room. And yeah, the focus is at the back, like strapped in.
I have a question for you, Annie. What kind of energy is the focus giving off, and would Jamie feel? Like, is it related to life, or is it more like that weather nature shit?
Give me an unleash your powers.
Oh.
Oh no. Okay.
Also remember that potential. Not bad.
Woo!
Would you like
Hell
to
yeah.
take a conditioner, make it unstable? Where are my moves? Oh, there they
I think just unstable or temporary is fine. They're just trying to see like what it feels like,
are. Okay.
and if in a pinch could they manipulate it, or are they kind of shit out of luck here?
Okay, so
Which is I suppose is more of an assess, but it's fine.
because you're kind of extending your senses to
True.
grasp
Fair.
the nature of this material. So yeah, you kind of like let yourself try and less so absorb and more so like take a sample to see what kind of energy it is. And as you feel it like it's kind of like you feel like the wind sort of like catches in your lungs for a second, and it feels deep. You feel like this deep energy, this something ancient that's like almost timeless. It embodies the chaos and the order that is almost like, it almost feels primordial in a sense. That kind of like unknowable and ageless effect. And this is deep old magic.
Okay. I think Jamie is probably definitely unsettled. Probably thinks, okay, I could do something in a pinch, but probably not. This definitely feels like more Rhiannon speed.
It's like it's less so of like just uncontrollable, and more so that it is so much overpowering energy you don't know how you could feasibly control it. And like this is understandable now how why a wizard as powerful as Merlin has something like this.
Yeah, for sure. I guess just because, right, Jamie's focused or ability extends to like life energy, like bits of souls and shit. So this is like so way out of their wheelhouse.
You feel actually in that case, you feel a sort of link that like it feels like something was linked and then is now unlinked, but there's still that very faint life/soul tether.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
That kind of like pulsates like a heartbeat almost.
Fun.
Lots of fun. Soon enough, you're on your way. The way Galahad drives, actually, it's more of a like cautious mom, exactly 10 to 2, standing straight up.
He does not put any music on.
No music whatsoever.
Oh,
All of the
Galahad.
mirrors have been adjusted to the angle.
God.
Like the
Is he just
sunroof
like
is down.
extremely eyes forward, no one talk to me?
Yeah, you can try and talk to him, but you're not sure if it'll actually go through.
Well, he probably tries asking some questions, and I just imagine them being like completely ignored, and she's just sitting there like, "What is the point of shotgun if I don't get?" And she just like turns to the back like, "So, what's up with you guys?"
You basically like engulf the seat as you turn around.
Yeah, pretty, like, what is a seatbelt? No, I am a seatbelt. I'm just.
You've latched yourself onto the seat using some tendrils.
Yeah, exactly. Like, totally. Yeah. Oh, also, Lily is not shades of green as usual. She's like shades of white and blue.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
That's new.
Cause, yeah, it's cause Rhiannon's here. Well, not here. Looks outside of car, 2 giant wolf box thing. But you know, close enough.
Huh.
Anyway, that thing looks cool. You know, I didn't really get all that close a look of it earlier, but
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
I think Chris.
oh, I meant the focus. But also, yeah, the fox. I did not see that at all before.
Oh.
So
You were also
that's-
talking about the fox.
That's new. Lots of people, lots of new stuff for everyone, isn't it?
Lily just nods. What's new with you?
Well, you were there for my big new thing.
Oh. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Seth and I were in the Zodiac last couple days ago. That was and I think Jamie just sort of like looks at Seth. Just
Seth looks at them like, why are you pinning this on me? I don't want to talk about this either.
Just at the mention of Zodiac anyway, Lily looks kind of like, oh boy, just because, like, the one time she went, it wasn't great either, so...
Jamie just, like, stutters for a bit and is just like, we got caught up in a political assassination attempt.
Lily just kind of, like... Yes, it's, like, even, like, leaning even further back is just, like, even more over the seat, just, like... Does every time someone from the big team goes to Zodiac City, someone from Zodiac City gets shot? Is that just a thing?
Yeah, I think that's the rule.
Why do they still let us go there?
Jamie just sort of shrugs. Gray is up to something, and it's just a...
They are. I thought they were... I mean, I know it's like a group of people, so not dead, but disbanded, I guess? Or stopped?
In
No?
my experience, these kinds of organizations never really die. Cut off a head, 2 more in its place, etc.
I hate hydras.
Okay. Yeah.
What about you, Lily? Anything new? Besides the color.
Not a ton. Mostly just, like, looking forward to putting this focus somewhere that Morgan can't get it, because that was really scary that one time that she almost did. I don't want that to happen again. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But yeah, otherwise, it's just, she, like leans in more and whispers, it's really quiet and boring up here. I thought shotgun was supposed to be fun.
It usually is.
Galahad.
I don't even get to... I tried to go for the radio and he swatted my arm away.
He has to concentrate.
Jamie pulls out their phone and starts playing some music. Just off of their phone. And then, like, passes it to Lily, just like, here. And then they stare, they kind of, like, are like, I think they feel like Galahad's blood pressure rising.
It's almost like you can see a vein, like, twitching in his neck.
Yeah, and also, like, part of their power, like, they're essentially an empath and can see and read auras, so...
It is not something you want to mess with right now.
Oh god, yeah, no. But yeah, Jamie is putting on music for Lily and just kind of enjoying being a little bit gremlin.
Yeah, I think, like, Lily takes the phone and, like, sort of shifts back so she's mostly in the front seat, and then, like, 5 minutes later, just, like, one Vine just hands the phone back, and Lily, turns her head to look, and she just looks really upset, and, like, Galahad, I imagine, like, his blood pressure is, like, even higher, and Jamie's like, I see.
No, it's around the same. It's not like, once the music was on, it leveled out. And just because it was Brock, it's fine.
Alright, because, yeah. Okay. Yeah, then I think they'll listen to music and chat and pass the time and...
Alright. So, yeah, you're driving along. There's, like, little bits and bobs of conversation. Maybe 3 hours into the trip.
Can Rhiannon say something?
Yeah,
yes,
I was
during the trip. Yes.
Curious about what Elle and Reed were talking.
Yeah, just a bit of time passing, and then you guys talk.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if 3 hours was, like, the whole trip or not.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. No worries.
Yeah. Also, at some point, I feel like Jamie would have introduced themselves to Rhiannon, just sort of like, hey,
I'm sure it happened before we went through the mirror. Just like,
yeah, no,
like,
for sure. But basically, just like,
you.
Yeah, we've met in passing.
Screaming
nice
out
to
the window.
officially meet. Nice to officially meet you, etc.
Yep, it's like, oh yeah, I'm a little about you.
Yeah,
That's nice to meet face to face.
yeah. Thanks for not minding me staying at your house for a bit. That I appreciate that.
Well, it's a big house, plenty of room. I'll go anywhere but there. Aww, poor Seth. But yes, now back to the present.
Yes.
So, you two are bounding along. It's less of a like harsh like poof, 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 but it's very graceful, I guess.
Well, actually, he can. Technically, he can fly. I swear.
Okay,
I got
he's
this approved by
flying.
the GMs. It's not me. It's not my fault.
This is all my fault. I take all the blame for this.
No blame Siege. Blame it all on Siege.
No.
No, I'm kidding. It's okay. He ran it by everyone too. But yes, so it looks like he's running next to the car, but right now his feet are not touching it because like to go fast enough, I'm pretty sure he has to fly rather than run regularly. So, but it looks like he's running and his feet just aren't touching the ground.
Mhm.
Ah! That's an adorable gift, Kris. Tails was always my favorite. I loved him more than Sonic.
I
Sorry.
always
Who
thought Tails was a
doesn't?
girl, but
Tails is
I'm
trans
not
confirmed.
sure. I'm good either way. Tails was just my favorite. But anyway, so yes, bounding along.
mhm. I'm glad you're back. I know I mean, I don't really know all that happened, but it's clear that things didn't really go all that well. But I'm still really glad that you came back.
That's a bit of an understatement, but I'm hoping to be with him at some point, but I couldn't stay yet. And maybe at some point it'll just be like, you know, me living overseas kind of thing. We can visit, and that was just not an option right now. But it seems like things have been really happening here while I was gone.
A lot of things have happened. A lot of things. There's even a lot of things I probably don't know about. And as we talked about the things with Narcissus, I imagine Elle has already been like holding on to Rhiannon from the back, but it kind of squeezes the hug.
Oh.
But yes, things have happened. There were things with Avalon, and well, we're kind of playing out the effects of that now, I suppose. Though I'm a little confused about why they would combine it with my birthday party. But
I should. Like Rita thinks about addressing that, and then it's like, no, maybe best to. I mean, maybe they are. They're not, but maybe they are. Oh, sorry. Vroom. Yeah, it's so you're trying to, like, you'll be able to get back. At least to Gwen's version seems to be the.
yes, I don't think I would stay there. Gwendolyn's version of Avalon is no more where I'm from than this is. And it would be really, really awkward to stay with all the people I have known for all my life, but they're all older. I mean, it's awkward enough here. It's sometimes when I spend time with Galahad and the others, it's like no time has passed and we're poking fun at each other like we used to. And then at one point they say something, or there's an offhand comment I make, and I just see their face fall, and I know there's something there in the 20 years that I haven't been, and that they don't want to talk about, or feel that they shouldn't talk about with me, and it just reminds me of everything. So it's awkward, but it would be nice to at least see it. I'm sure the environment hasn't changed this much, at least. My house is probably still there.
I would imagine so. Things have a tendency to, any time it changes, it's more the same in Avalon.
Yes, that's true.
But I'm glad you're going to go. And it's like, even if it sounds as though it may be dire times or something, but whatever's happening, I know you'll be fine. And I know you'll be the knight and the hero that you always are. So it'll be good.
Thank you. That goes for you too.
Can I try to comfort and support? No problem. Why would you? What? That's so mean.
Rude.
I do have influence, and I always forget to have them like pop out during the conversation. But just like at some point, during like one of the crow with blue eyes appears on like Elle's shoulder, just like riding along. It looks like it's enjoying the breeze from the fox too, because it's flying, but it doesn't have to spread its wings. But just that aura of just like comfort and warmth from the crow is there as well, because it might come unlucky. Oh yes. But yes, of the 3-in-1 crows, Maka is the sweetheart.
Elle kind of giggles and smiles, though it's hard to see over your shoulder, but you can sense that she's smiling. I will mark a potential. I don't actually have any conditions right now.
That's fair, but I wanted to be sure. It's like so many times it's like you get partway through the session, someone's like, I have 4 conditions, and I'm like,
Elle has
what?
like 4 conditions most of the time. It's just she has none at the moment.
That's fine, but we would have said all that stuff anyway, so it works out.
Hmm. Hmm. Worry. Yeah, probably. I mean, if they will still talk to Lily, then yeah, she's probably trying to converse with 2 in the back.
Yeah, I don't see why we'd ignore you. Also, Annie, does Jamie get to use previously on the big team for that before in the conversation?
explaining the
Explain
zodiac.
Zodiac,
yeah.
I think.
Hell yeah. I get to clear a condition, right?
that is one of the options. Yep.
I already have influence over Lily. I don't care about potential, so I'll clear guilty.
Mm. Yeah, no, I am asking the plants like it's like, yes, I love the idea of like Lily and Seth and Jamie are playing I Spy, and then Lily just like sort of stops paying attention to that and is just trying to like ask the, I don't know, grass and trees that we've just driven past, like, hey, what is that? What is that? Someone, please?
Assess the situation.
A.
Yes, good. Okay, there's an A. There's an
Hey!
uh, but also I have sharpened eyes in case that helps. I just get an extra question from the sharpened eyes list. But my first question is, what here is the biggest threat? I mean, I do that every day. It's off the Nomad.
Yeah, Nomad. Let me. Oh,
Options there are what's my best way out, way in, way
there you
past.
go.
What here would be handy to grab, and who here is susceptible to my work. Thank you, L.
I think you and I like picked the same fucking.
Same priority. Good. Gotta know what stuff is. Gotta be able to smash past it. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Ah,
Fuck.
good, great. Ear of a black dragon. All right. What here? It's gotta be one of these three, huh?
Way past.
Yeah. I'm thinking. I'm like, either what's my best way past, or what here in the car would be helpful? Because me being a plant is not equipped to fight a dragon with fire. What here would be handy to grab? Like, what can I do to not die now? It's a real concern. Yeah, I'll probably go for what is my best way past though. What's our best way past a dragon? Okay, yeah, then what's that one? Awesome. So cool. So, I spy with my little eye. Just like so many vines just like pointing back. Okay, you two, look at that. Be afraid. Like motions to like looks outside the window to like Elle and Ree on this just like fucking majestic box thing, and Lily just frantically like pointing back and like trying to shout out the window like "There's a dragon!" And Galahad like, okay, so Galahad, I know you are a
You knew this was coming?
Why didn't you tell us that?
This isn't for Elle's birthday, isn't it?
Oh, if it is, you guys suck at parties.
This was supposed to be for Elle's birthday?
Elle secretly inside her, I fucking love fighting dragons. Fuck yes.
Best birthday surprise ever.
Good, great.
Oh dear.
Elle, I think would yell something like, once seeing it, would yell something like, "We need to tether it to the ground."
I think Rhiannon will be like, you keep going. Elle and I will work on that. Is that fun with you? Elle?
Okay.
My plan was to like summon like spears and then like energy tethers to it and throw them in his wings. And then literally tether him to the ground. Or maybe a tree or something. Bunch of trees. That was my plan. And I'm sure that Ree can help with that.
No,
I'm gonna say Rhiannon is maneuvering Caden to where Elle can appropriately get the best shots on this. Since they're riding together.
It does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. And we would happen to be a team.
Oh,
Holy shit, y'all. Elle.
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 Okay.
We'll go with Elle. Elle knows how to fight dragons best anyway.
Yep.
I think Elle has influence over everyone. Yes. Yes.
Probably.
Actually, yes, I do. Yes. Yes. It's to at least like it's to stop the dragon. Yes.
Stop the dragon. Yeah.
Stop the dragon!
Make sure the dragon doesn't catch up with the gem.
Stop the dragon.
Yes, I would not like to be dragon food today. Thanks.
Hell yeah. Let's punch a fucking dragon, y'all.
Let's do it.
How dare you?
Of course we
On this
can.
call.
I
Hey,
just
on
killed
their
my
all day.
wife.
On their birthday of all days. On this, the day of my friend's birth.
The day of my friend's birth, 38 years ago.
Look, details.
I feel.
No, because we see it?
But yes, because we weren't expecting a dragon. I just.
Yes.
But we were expecting a fight, probably.
Yes.
But
Yes.
this is not as off guard as we
Also-
could have been.
Also,
knows
I
how
don't
to
think
fight dragons.
I don't think a car is like really great defense against a dragon.
It's not. A lot, probably.
How many
that
horses did it
and that
eat today,
depends on
Annie?
how many horses it ate. Yes.
Yes. Oh my god. Same wavelength, Alice. Oh dear.
The dragon is the Avalon equivalent of a small dog.
Yes, that I imagine like I'm summoning spears and immediately like extending like energy tendrils onto parts of the environment, and probably a whole bunch of those just like fucking drag on the environment and break it. So I am using it at China Shop. I don't care if I destroy the British countryside. I really don't give a fuck.
Fuck the British countryside.
R.I.P. England.
Nice.
Okay, so it's a full. So I get to
Ooh.
choose 3 options.
Fuck.
So I would like to resist or avoid their blows. I'd like to take something from them. Can I take their flight or their speed or something? And I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like to take their flight, and then I'd like to impress, surprise, or frighten. I don't think Morgan Le Fay was expecting that. Probably.
The dragon certainly wasn't.
The dragon certainly wasn't. And when I do that, there's like 5 other like javelins that appear next to me, floating in the air, and when I throw it, all of them get thrown.
Do it.
Mm.
I'm sorry, Lily.
Oh,
Disturbance in the force? Or disturbance in the plant force?
Oh boy,
savage.
yeah. No, I think she would. That makes sense. Oh Christ, it's gonna be afraid. Oh, good.
That bearded dragon!
Oh
It is! Chris's jive game
Oh,
is so on
so good.
point.
Raiden is gonna shout to Galahad, just like, how much further is it? God, I don't do me. What does that mean?
That's not far at all.
Less than a mile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says that, and Lily's just like, that's less than a mile!
It's like Rhiannon probably understands metrics. She lived in Ireland for a while, but Jaedis does not.
They use miles in England.
Well, but Rhiannon was from Ireland for a
Okay.
large point, so she would know. Jaedis doesn't know. That's true too. Just has to do some calculations in her head, like trying to read a regular clock. I'm going to roll for burn.
Whoa.
Yeah, she actually like stands up on Caden and like the wings come out and she's going to hop off and just like instruct him to follow Elle's commands while she's okay. Phew. I just like just don't roll this. Let's go with angry because she can see that Lily's in distress and she remembers how Elle was after getting back from facing Morgana the first time. She doesn't like this. And to try to slow him / her down more, I don't like we haven't actually seen Morgana yet, right? We only see the dragon. Okay. Rhiannon is going to go closer to try to enclose it in a moat. Mm-hmm. wings spread out and like the air like catches the wings and just like pulls her backwards like a fucking parachute. But yeah, she's like woof. Yeah.
Miles
She
or
reverses.
kilometers?
100 speed
And
units.
he's like, don't ask me this.
Parsecs.
Parsecs, yes. But yes, so Brandon like turns to go back to the dragon and like tries to summon a arcane circle under like doming in because she doesn't want it to catch up. And if it happens to catch another baddie in there, all the better. But the dragon's like, ooh, so it's the glass door. It's okay. It's big. We got it.
100 high. 100 moms.
Oh, no.
Dear.
Oh god. I'm scared. Please don't have fucked up the recording. And like the plume itself, you can feel the heat kind of going through the barrier. This is hot. Like even if you're far from it, it's still, you can still feel the heat radiating off. And it's just blue/white fire and black just shooting up for like, oh, you can barely see it. You see some of the clouds themselves immediately evaporating from the heat. And you think this might be able to hold it back for a time as well.
Yeah, whenever you deem it appropriate, you can ask me to spend another burn to keep the barrier up.
Yeah, for now it's kind of breathing against the barrier, trying to break through it, but it's not really succeeding. It's just more, it looks more just like a heat display.
Gotcha. And Rhiannon's impressed. Yep, it's impressive. Okay. I already had Afraid marked, so...
Okay, so
Take
the rest
Afraid.
So Lily, Seth, Jamie, and Galahad are speeding down the highway, right?
Yeah, the roadway.
Okay, and how... I think... Jamie is going to eye Seth and eye Lily and just kind of look at Galahad like, okay, what's the plan?
Get there before they get to us?
Okay.
The other
Galahad,
knights...
what do we have to do when we get to where we're going?
You're gonna have to take that, you're gonna have to take that focus, and you're gonna have to bring it down. Lamorak can lead you through the caves. From what you know, there was another entrance discovered that was less terrifying.
Caves.
He's gonna lead you down through the caves, and you're gonna have to go and run towards the arch and put that focus in the arch while we hold them off.
So, okay. Jamie just sort of, I think they kind of look at Seth and at Gal, and then just kind of like, okay, then I'll take care. I'll go help Ellen Marie. And I think they fucking like unbuckle their seatbelt and just sort of like jump out of the car.
You jump
oh my God.
out of the car
at 100 speed units?
at 100 speed per hour.
Something's probably yelling after them.
Yeah.
Ah!
Though, if you want,
Do you have any kind of like resistance or anything? Because you're jumping out of a car at 100 speed.
oh no, I'll burn. Jamie will burn before they go.
Burn?
Like,
roll for burn?
The
Yeah.
time rule is going to be part of Assassin Training 101.
All right. Not bad.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Surviving 100 speed is
Yeah.
like
Great.
the second lesson
So
in
that's
assassin school.
So you
3. I will I'll take angry again. And I'll spend a burn on move to move any place you choose within the scene, breaking through or slipping past any barriers. So they will basically like, yeah, they are moving way faster than they ought to be able to.
okay.
They are not like they might even just have fucking phased through the car and just sprinted over to the dragon. They are surrounded in like glowing, like basically like their aura, which is glowing red and very much big, and they are going to try to pull as much energy from this dragon as they can and try to knock it out.
Okay. So
And if it's too much, I think they would try to like redirect it somehow, and I don't know what that means, but
yeah. Okay. So you kind of like tumble out from the car, but then arrive at, of course, a 3-point landing.
Oh yeah.
As your eyes kind of like flare with like the similar to like the Captain Marvel energy kind of like flaring off as you like get ready, and then basically bolt straight towards it, like everybody like kind of staying behind with like going the opposite direction, you going basically faster than the car. You're basically just a streak of energy as you kind of like go up front, and you're like basically up against the moat, and you just see this wall of fire burning higher than what you can perceive. Give me... So you're gonna try and suck all of the energy out of the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Give
It's
me
a lot of energy, probably.
big suck. Directly engage a threat.
Oh my god.
That's Jamie. That's Jamie's hell yeah. Jamie's
Oh,
MO
shit.
is the big suck.
I can't make these jokes.
Let me. I wish I could get a bonus fun thing for getting a 14, but I am going to take something from them being their consciousness and or energy and create. You know what? I think I will go with impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Gonna get burned, probably.
Okay, so you're gonna... I'll say that you take more of their energy and they become more like lethargic, and the flames actually die down almost immediately. As like on the other side you see maybe 100 yards, 100 meters out in almost kind of like
100
spread
distance.
out. 100 distance. I'm just gonna go with meters. Okay, we're in England.
That's fine.
I'm
Good
Canadian.
enough. I'll figure it out.
The entire just area is scorched black, and the smell of burned grass is intense. As the dragon like becomes more like lethargic and kind of like falls down to the ground, kind of like you can see the rise and fall of its chest. You can see it's as you're like up close, this is a big fucking dragon. And you see like the scales themselves are maybe the size of your head as they kind of go down the body, and you see kind kind of leading down from the neck all the way to kind of completely encompass the belly. It's silver, like a white silver, with like a crest of red, kind of on the brow line of the dragon.
I have Annie.
Yeah.
Do I recognize this Dargan?
Let me see. Do you?
I've watched like all of Galahad's recreations of the King Arthur fight.
Ah. This is the same dragon.
Oh, no.
Fuck.
It's like, is it the same dragon, or is it like, I don't know, a represented, like, replica of said dragon?
It's the dragon's twin brother.
The dragon's hopefully weaker twin brother.
This is S3.
You've definitely surprised the dragon, as you hear kind of a shout from, as the flames die down, you barely make out a shout before this black bolt hits you directly in the chest. Mark a condition.
Me?
Question,
Jamie.
does the bolt get through the moat?
The bolt, in fact, does get through the moat.
Hacks.
It goes... It almost almost like ripples with the energy before like balling up and then shooting back, almost as though it's
Was it from the dragon or from someone else?
It was from something else, above. That seems to be above the dragon based on the angle. And L, since you recognize this to be the same dragon, take a powerful blow.
I was already gonna mark afraid, but
Yeah, I think Jamie's gonna mark afraid.
Whew.
Hell
Hey, yeah, stand strong.
okay. So, as Elle looks at this dragon and she recognizes it, her face goes just completely pale, and she just starts saying like, "Fuck, fuck, fuck! Oh no!" And yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to stand strong.
I think she would yell at the car to just go faster and leave them.
They're far enough away that I'm not, like, they've been going this whole time.
Yes.
Hopefully they're out of shouting range.
She's still yelling. And probably also to Ree, I think.
Oh.
Like, Ree, please get out of here.
Alright, so the two of you hear very faint shouting from L as it's getting further and further behind. As you two are, like... Jamie, you're, like, maybe 100 distance away from the actual moat. God, I can't take this session seriously.
Please, I can. I love it.
Meters
Unironically.
is fine.
Okay, 100. Okay, you're about 100 meters or so away from the actual barrier, and you see it's a fine line where the flames weren't able to fully penetrate. But it's gotten hot to the point where some of the wildlife is on wild brush is on fire. And Rhiannon, you're maybe like 250 meters away or so. And the two of you are up and close.
In the car, if you don't mind.
Yes.
I think a few seconds after Jamie leaves, I think Seth is just looks very conflicted. He's just like, Galahad, how many people do you need to deliver one stupid thing to wherever the hell we're going? Is that bitch just gonna disappear when we get it to the gate? What's up?
I fear that we may have to fully encounter her, but with your assistance as well as the rest of the knights, we might be able to fend her off.
Okay, well then,
there, or is she behind us?
He kind of like looks at the rear view. Let me see. There's another black speck floating up from above the dragon.
Oh.
Is it a tinier black speck?
It's the tiniest of black specks. Like, maybe...
Okay.
It's like if the dragon were 1080, this is 1 pixel. Well, no, it's like
Okay.
20 pixels.
So it's not a second dragon.
It's not a second dragon. It's worse
God,
than
that
the
would be
second
so
dragon.
We're close enough to see it better. I think she's determining
Yeah.
what Galahad can see.
Yeah, what Galahad can see is the tiny speck, and as the camera cuts back up to where the two of you are, it's Morgana. And then, yeah. So,
Lily, can I leave this to you?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I can't leave him.
Yeah, no, yeah, I understand. Look, just go help. Just help, cause yes, you can go help, and just like attempts at thumbs up. It's just leaves, but like good leaves.
okay.
Yeah, I think he just looks at you with like complete confidence. It's just like, you got this. And he'll just like, he won't throw himself out the car. He'll like get up on the
Super
roof
job.
and just launch himself.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So you launch yourself further back, you're kind of like bounding towards them, and yeah, soon enough you can see Morgana, coming up from the dragon, who's now like on its side, like breathing heavily, like it cannot move right now. It is like full of lethargy, absolutely exhausted, thanks to Jamie. And actually, Jamie, can I add a little bit of flavor to having absorbed the dragon's energy?
Did I get 10 feet tall again?
You did not get 10 feet tall. Instead, you had this like aura of sorts that was made visible. And now your eyes are almost dragon-like, and you've got this kind of aura of like black wings. Let's say.
Okay.
You can't fly, but it's like pretty metal.
That's sick. I'll go for that. Yeah, that's sick. This is This is probably like way too much fucking energy, but they're better at directing it now, so hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like coming off of you in waves. As the three of you are kind of like within the area, as Morgana's on the other side of the moat, floating up above high.
Can I get Morgana's attention to like, can I slash taunt Morgana? I would really like to taunt Morgana.
Flash taunt.
I'm going to tank Morgana for them. I would like to do that.
Okay, if you have something other than provoke that fits here, or do you have something other than provoke that fits here?
I have threaten, but hold on.
Yes. Good.
Let's see. I think I will. Can I threaten someone? Can I threaten her by implying that if she is too much of a coward to face me personally, then she like isn't even like 1/10 of the sorceress she claims to be?
Oh shit. Drop that roast.
I think Elle will like turn the fox around and just like throw a spear directly at Morgana, not even intending to hit, just to like get her attention.
Warning shot.
and just yell, like, "Face me yourself, you coward!"
Okay. Threaten the fuck.
Yes.
Oh
6.
no!
Anyone want help?
Oh,
We have 16.
Um,
someone help! There's someone. Someone help!
how to help? How to help?
Or I could use Team Selfishly.
Very good.
Oh,
Selfish if I want her to myself.
that's dramatic.
I would say that is selfish.
I was gonna say if L legitimately wants to 1v1 Morgana, then yeah, I'd say that's selfish because it's dangerous and Rhiannon is not gonna like it.
Yes,
Neither is Jamie.
Ugh.
I'm gonna do it. I will shift Freak down and Superior up.
Oh, okay. So
And L like jumps off the fox so that it can go back to Rhi.
okay. So let's see. I'm gonna make a slight setting shift, and have the woods originally. You basically arrived at the edge of the woods, and like maybe you're 300 meters out from the woods where like the dragon is, and like, you know, Galahad and Enchantress, you're both at the edge, and you see like Lamorak kind of making his way out. And okay, so that's a hit for threaten.
It means they either do it or they are put at a significant disadvantage against me. Their choice.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so you don't hear a single word as her face is kind of like neutral, her eyes focused and angry. As like she like opens her hands out and spreads them out, and this like pool of like inky black basically drips down from her hands, and it starts to like engulf the environment and makes and kind of like makes this large cone shape that would blast through the through the moat, unless Rhiannon, you want to keep that moat up with your burn.
Is she just trying to take, like, we heard Elle's challenge, right?
Yeah. So it's like she's creating kind of like this pool of black that's kind of like extending, pushing the both of you out of the way and attempting to shatter through the moat.
It's like, I'm sure Rhiannon knows she can't keep her in there long term, so I guess it's best to let Lancelot have this. But oh god, she doesn't. Fine, she lets the moat break as long as it doesn't look like it's gonna hit anybody.
Okay, so it basically like as it's pushing, as the black kind of wave is pushing up against the arcane energy, it begins to like mold and fuse again, the same way the black bolt kind of merged with the moat before hitting Jamie, but this time it starts to consume it, and then it just shatters like black glass shards, falling into the pool.
Scary.
And the two of you, actually three of you, Seth, Jamie, and Rhiannon, see Elle. This time, their eyes focused and dangerous. Almost similar to how adult Lancelot's eyes are.
Just like sword out, and like the other hand just like in the come at me gesture.
Yeah. God, one of the kids outside just said, "Come at me."
Perfect.
They are role playing.
Please don't do it on the balcony. Okay, so you and Morgana are about to face off, and you have 3 of your allies within range. What do the, I guess, 4 of you do?
I think it's time for someone other than me to do a thing.
Yeah.
Just my ammo.
Let's let Seth do his thing. Seth just got here.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, okay. He does like a 3-point landing next to JB and is probably just like gives them a look like, God damn it. Like-
Jamie just shrugs.
Right, maybe I couldn't promise, but I want to try to avoid leaving you when I can. This is gonna be a terrible idea, but I'd like to assess the situation.
Oh dear.
Go ahead.
I can find where I put my character sheet.
So should we be at 5 team now, Annie?
Oh, yes,
This
thank you.
is gonna go great.
Oh, exactly.
Look at that!
Well. Okay. Great. I don't know what questions to ask now.
You were expecting failure.
Never
I really
expect
did.
failure.
I guess. Okay. Oh God. Okay. What here's in the greatest danger?
All 4 of you.
That's a cheap answer.
Okay, how can I enrich this answer? So Morgana is a force to be reckoned with. Let's see. If you don't leave of your own volition, everyone except for L, then you are gonna have a bad time.
Oh. Interesting.
Apparently, Morgana takes the duels very seriously.
Avalonians,
Okay.
man.
God, I guess who here is the most vulnerable to me, but like in the frame of hi, I'm an anti-spirit weapon, does that count for anything?
In the case of... Ow, my nose. In the case of who here is most vulnerable to you, that would be my nose. Ooh. This is kind of difficult because everybody could arguably be vulnerable to you.
Yeah. Like I said, I'd like to ask this in the frame of hi, I'm an anti-spirit weapon,
Yeah.
does that count for anything?
Yeah, that's the thing, because Jamie has basically spiritual energy
Jeez.
within them. Elle
That's
has
I don't
spirit
think-
magic, I
okay.
guess. Or, well, Jamie did absorb a lot of, yeah, that's the thing.
Jargon.
The dragon.
Dargon.
Okay, so Dargon counts as spirit.
Yeah,
Like,
Dargon
yes.
does count as spirit.
I'm trying to fish out. Morgan Le Fay counts as spirit.
Morgan is a fairy, so
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Is that a yes
But
or
it's
a
one of
no?
the most...
I don't know.
It would, like, even out to where she still has favor, but not as much. So I'd say the dragon.
Okay, cool. Oh, good. That means that I can't, like, kill Rhiannon when I hug her. Okay, good.
I told you it was fine.
I was worried, okay.
And you see now that the dragon is actually starting to kind of come out of the lethargy it's experiencing and starting to get back up on its feet. And it, like, looks toward Morgana. And she says...
But it's a duel, right?
It's a duel, yeah. So she points, still staring at Elle, beyond towards the woods.
Yep.
to where I guess Galahad and Enchantress are now unloading the
Okay.
the focus. Not focus
cool.
the person, the focus.
Yeah. Okay. So the dragon's going after the focus.
The dragon
Yeah, and Big Seth is just
is,
like,
like,
alright, guess we're fighting a dragon.
yeah, it's kind of getting up and like trying to it's really big. It can smush you with its claw or with its foot.
Okay.
It's like, you left Ellie by herself?
Yeah.
I think Jamie
Shrugs.
then would once Seth is like, hey, guess we're fighting a dragon, and I think they kind of realize that they're gonna have to help fight the dragon. They would shout over to Rhiannon, probably augmented, and just like ask if she wanted to like stay and help Al, for support, or take on the dragon with them and Seth.
I feel like looking at Seth and Jamie, looking at the dragon, feels like, I think it may be more your speed. I'll stay and keep an eye.
Jamie kind of gives the thumbs up, and I think this dragon is very large,
It is.
right?
It's a
Very
Morgdargon.
large.
I think Jamie is going to run up and try to jump on its back.
Unleash your powers.
I approve of this.
As it kind of shakes its wings free of the thing, and you see the wounds themselves don't glow anymore, and there's still the like hole in one of the wings. Yeah, for now it still can't fly, but it can run.
Okay, yeah, Jamie, I'm gonna take unstable or temporary for now, and I think, yeah, Jamie's just trying to kind of crawl up to the back of its neck. I'm assuming it has spikes, and like, or maybe they're just fucking like dropping their swords into it, like they would when they climb up a building.
Okay, so you kind of like, you're able, even without wedging your swords, you're able to kind of, it's got like little spines up its leg, on part of its like shoulder, kind of like crowning it. Lots of little ledges that you can like run up and get past as it like tries to shake you off, and for a moment you're about to lose your grip before you get your sword out and you stab into the spot between a set of the scales, and swing your way up as it lets out this large screech that's almost deafening to you, Seth, being in front of it, as it begins to take off. Kind of like if you were to accidentally kick a horse and then it just goes off.
Okay. How sturdy is my grip on this dragon there, Annie?
It's tenuous at best. You're barely able to keep on.
Okay. Great. Thanks.
As
What's that?
it
I'm
bounds
sorry, did you
off.
say that it's going to take off?
It takes off as in
Like, take off
bounds
running.
off. Yeah, take off running.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, wait, what?
It can't fly, but it's running, and it's running straight towards you, Seth. Give me...
So announcing now,
Take a powerful
Rhiannon
blow.
is going to. Oh
When it's gonna
no!
win?
Can I roll to defend?
Go ahead.
Oh god.
Oh,
Good
powerful.
advice.
One.
Yeah. Why are you stop that giggling? Stop it.
God.
All right, so Rhiannon like sees it charging directly at Seth and like yells for Caden to like swoop in and like, you know that thing where like in movies where like basically Caden ducks his head like under between Seth's legs and like pops him up onto his back.
Yes.
Oh,
So
yes.
you kind of like do a
Full-on
little
mounted.
tumble flip as this white fox begins to run directly. Enchantress, we'll cut to Enchantress as you see the white fox begin to run directly towards you. Great news! And then you see what's behind the fox. You see the giant dragon bounding, going throwing up pillars of dirt as it's bounding behind the fox towards where you and Galahad are.
Big, yeah.
Also, Rhiannon, pick one
Oh,
to resolve.
I feel like I'll clear condition.
Okay, you clear a condition. Do you expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation?
Technically, I think that's GM choice unless
Oh.
you want me to choose.
Well,
Or is it my
says,
choice? I
It
don't
says
remember.
it costs
Okay.
you. Yeah. It would say that the GM will tell you how you either expose yourself.
I feel like it doesn't need any more direct escalation right now. We'll get enough of that from Mrs. I'm sure. I'll expose myself to danger.
All right. So, as you call your fox, you're still within kind of the makeshift kind of area where the duel is about to take place. And Morgana shouts back towards you. Insolent child! Leave this place! As she kind of like raises her hand and blasts you back.
Can I defend that?
Further. Can you defend that?
I think Elle would say something like, if I can't interfere with your dragon, you can't interfere with mine.
Oh shit. You know what? Yeah, give me a
Oh.
defend roll there then.
Okay?
That good old innocent defend roll.
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense.
By-
You are defending a large area right now.
I am, yes.
Hitting with those evil giggles.
Okay.
Aggressively defend a large group or area.
Goodness sakes.
That's great.
So Elle just like summons like a whole like bunch of like basically tethers that tether themselves to different trees and just like in front of Rhiannon, and they tear the trees down just like in the direction of Morgan and like nearly just like force her back instead.
Oh shit. Okay. Awesome. So you let's see. Okay, so again, you're tearing up nature here by its root. And it is just trees flying left and right.
Again, Lily, I'm sorry.
Entire swaths of nature are just uprooted. As Morgana blasts into the black blast heads towards Rhiannon, but like trees and like chunks of bush and grass are thrown up, rocks are thrown up, as you kind of like harpoon, let's say, and rip them out of the ground. As she kind of blasts back. At this
And
point,
I
the entire
add a team to the
countryside is
pool.
looking like an apocalypse.
Yes, I imagine. I do add a team to the pool because I defended someone.
Yep.
Nice.
All right. At this point, we'll kind of cut back towards Enchantress and.
Can we actually take a break soon?
Oh.
Like just for bathrooms and getting water purposes?
Oh yeah,
that
you know
okay?
what? Yeah, we're You know what? We're overdue for a break. So yeah, we'll come back to you after the break
Ooh.
as we cut back.
Be right back.
Damn it. There.
Oh, I guess I was a little unclear on something.
Yes.
I thought I was defending Seth, but maybe you cut out. Who did I defend?
You defended Seth.
Oh, okay. Because then, like after that,
Yeah.
you mentioned Enchantress, and I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Got confused.
from Enchantress's perspective, she saw that the fox like went and picked up Seth, and
Gotcha.
was riding
and then a
back
dragon
towards.
was just. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a Prometheus school of running away from things.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is really cool so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the dragon a flesh and blood being or solely a being of magic?
Both.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Much
Okay.
like all of the other magic beings on the team.
Then at least my idea will work. Well, you know, there's always the possibility that it just like did
That's
not
a construct.
have like a construct, or like it was something that, you know,
Sure.
JB couldn't stop its heart the size of a car. You know.
Mm-hmm. It's still very big hort.
It is. It is, but Jamie's got some burns, so.
What's this foolish idea now? Hmm?
I'll have to start making a few hard moves.
Jamie attempting to stop the dragons.
You cannot stop the dragon's heart. It's too much. I'll say.
It's too big.
They're a Nova! If anybody could stop a
yes.
dragon's heart.
I've been burned for it, so.
That's true, but also this is the dragon that killed King Arthur.
Killed King
Uh,
Arthur. Sent someone.
And there was
Jamie
like a whole bunch of
Nice.
like simulations where like basically every single hero and villain in Halcyon tried to fight it and it still failed.
Yep.
So it's a pretty big Dargon.
They never had Jamie, but also, like.
Here's King Arthur's villain.
Jeez.
Oh my.
Jamie's just
The
gonna
most
mock
special
everyone.
But also just like mechanically speaking, like regardless of playbook, there's still conditions that need to be met for a game to function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a good time for me to eat a salad?
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know. You could at least start eating the salad.
That's true.
I'm gonna finish my soup.
I should finish killing this monster in Final Fantasy first.
Oh,
There we
God.
go.
Trask. No, not a Trask. What monster are you fighting, Alice?
I was doing my hunting log because I'm leveling a white mage.
Nice. I've also been doing the hunting log to try to help level my sad little dark.
Your sad little duck?
Dark
Oh,
Knight.
I heard duck. I was like, since when is duck a class in Final Fantasy? That would be a pretty great class, honestly. It's like there's white mage, there's dragoon, there's monk, there's paladin, there's duck.
Everyone
Honestly,
loves the duck.
I have a friend who would totally play that class just based on the name alone.
It would just literally be a duck. All of the abilities are like quack.
They're just terrible quack puns.
Yes. It's all puns, of course. This is a Japanese game.
Man, they are on point with the puns. It's just the goddamn fate names every time.
I love it so much.
Like I was in Elmeg, doing a bunch of fates
I love that
yesterday,
area.
and just like the amount of puns that they managed to make with the Fuath name was just like, please just end me already.
Didn't
Go
they
Fuath
make
and
a
conquer.
Didn't they make a system where you can guest on servers or something?
You can, but I think you have to be on the same data center.
Then what's the fucking point?
I don't know.
Like, I can already play with people on the same data center. What's the bloody point then? I don't get it. I just want to play with my friend. I don't get it.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of moves that will insta kill an encounter.
Yeah,
Although,
yeah, me neither. I think I sort of like the way that some of the like adult moves do it, where it's like you can only use it in very specific situations, like
right, like if
like
they're
overwhelm a
already
vulnerable foe. They have to already be in a position, and then it is like narratively appropriate because this is like the coup de grace.
Mhm.
But other than that, I don't really know.
All right. Is everyone back in this case?
I am
Yep.
opening my salad bowl, but apart from that, I am good to continue.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm debating moving.
Do we have a cat?
Is there a cat?
Here, kitty, kitty.
I have a cat. Hi, Frosty.
Honestly, I would love to see both kinds of cat.
Cat's
Jaedis, why don't you
2019.
send me pictures of your cat?
I do sometimes.
That's
Or
true.
does that mean you want one right now?
Yes.
We require more. More kitty.
I have a feeling
The
I
answer is
summoned-
yes.
Oh, cat, you're back.
'Cause did
Hello.
you see the pic where he was trying to interfere with my roll?
I
that
did.
the other night.
I did, and I should have. And the fun part was you sent that to me during D&D,
Oh,
where the cats were also interfering with one of our players' roles. I made a video of that. I should send it to you.
Yes.
I
Okay,
love-
cat's back. We're all here. Well, except
Hi.
else moving location.
No, you can keep doing shit. I got booted off the couch.
Rude.
By a dog?
No, by my mother.
Oh, how dare she?
Then we
She
are
wants
all
to
returned.
fold laundry.
Mm.
Exactly.
To be fair, it could be in the bedroom, but couches are so much easier. Okay. So,
I do mine on the floor of my bedroom.
okay. We'll get back to Enchantress as the dragon is barreling behind Caden and Seth.
Okay,
Jamie is
so
on top of said dragon.
With Jamie on top of said dragon. Kind of flailing about.
cool, dope. So what have Galahad and I arrived at?
You're
What am I
basically
seeing there?
like about to enter the woods. Elle, we're getting a bit of interference from your mic. Oh, okay, I think it's gone now. Great. So at this point, you and Galahad are like on the edge of the woods where the road it basically ends. And like Lamorak is coming out to help you. To like looking at also the dragon kind of like shock on his face because like this is weird. You've never seen the knights actually scared of something.
Sense.
Makes sense. And so they both hand you the case that you can carry pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like Galahad is completely silent. He's got his sword drawn. You notice that both of their blades are glowing.
Ooh.
The same way they did on the ship. And
Is Els?
oh yeah, actually Elle's blade would also be glowing. It'd be a bit dim, but it'd be glowing.
I don't know what that means, but that's cool.
And yeah, Lamorak goes up and says to you, "Okay, take this through the woods. You'll know the path, and down to the cave. We'll send your teammates behind you as we'll hold it. We'll hold the dragon off. We'll hold the dragon and Morgana off." As let's see. Caden arrives. Like, he's faster than the Caden, is he? It? Okay. He arrives and it's like, kind of like lands, and kind of like holds up and stands regally. Seth, you're still on him. He's arrived maybe, a bit, he's definitely faster than, the dragon. Still partially lethargic, but
Sure. While we were riding alongside it, if I could, I just want to like motorcycle lean and like trail my hand along the ground and just like freeze a lot of it, and I'm just gonna
nice.
send like giant spikes up into that bitch.
okay.
Hell yes.
Ooh,
That's
all
awesome.
right. Give me an unleash your powers.
Oh, not directly engaged.
You're attempting to reshape your
okay.
environment, so.
Well, I'm trying to stab it, but okay.
Oh, you're not creating an ice field?
I'm creating an ice field, and then I'm sending like giant spikes up from the ground into it.
Oh.
It's clothed underbelly.
The
Partially
dragon's
so.
weakness.
That and gold. Yeah, sure, directly engage then.
It's not like it matters. Like, freaking like danger exactly the same
Gold
for
is
some
the
reason.
dragon's weakness.
Hell
Dragon
yeah.
goes after
Nice.
Elsmere.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll use in a china shop for more because I am destroying a lot of things. I think. So I'll
Okay.
resist or avoid their blows. I want to take like their ability to like chase, to like continue forward. I guess.
I'm gonna say that
wanna,
you
like,
can take
halt
its
it here.
balance.
Okay, sure. And yeah, I'll create an opportunity for my allies to either get a hit in or, like, I guess, go take the D20 into the thing, or, like, whatever.
Okay, so you managed to join. You managed to come back up and join Enchantress with the focus, as the dragon kind of like slips and slides, still attempting, and it actually ends up throwing you off, Elle, as it kind of crashes into the ground, sending flakes of ice up, and kind of like showering partial ice bits and
Jamie?
chunks. And yeah, Elle,
Yeah.
Elle, sorry, ugh, Jamie. God, I don't know how names work.
My fault.
No. You kind of go flying off, but since Seth created an opportunity, you don't actually get hurt.
I think he shouts sorry.
And you managed to land all three of you land next to Enchantress.
Oh.
Hi.
as
Okay.
Galahad and Lamorak run forward to the dragon.
Okay.
We gotta go. Come on. I don't know how much time they're gonna be able to buy us.
Are they gonna be okay?
Regardless, we have a thing to do. We gotta do it.
Okay. You go on ahead. I want to see if I can do something first.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'll be right behind you. And I
What the
look
fuck?
at Seth meaningfully, and just say like,
You get out, sorry.
And say what?
"Oh, yeah." They just look at Seth meaningfully, and is like, "Promise."
He looks at you very seriously, but gives you a nod.
Okay, and then I think what Jamie wants to do is push as much of the dragon energy that they can into both Galahad and Lamorak. So, like, in the same way that Jamie would get extra energy to be stronger, faster, more able to heal, whatever, like, when they take energy, they want to basically give all this extra dragon energy the two knights.
You're buffing them.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Awesome. Give me an unleash your powers.
Okay, let's see if I can do this, and if not,
Whew, barely.
yeah, you know what? Huh?
Oh no, sorry, just made me happy that's a success.
Okay, would you say that we are kind of ending this scene, Annie?
The three of you are about to basically exit the scene, and we're gonna cut to Ellen
Okay.
Rhiannon.
Yeah, great. Just because if we're going to do that, Jamie will just spend the 2 burn and overcharge to take a 10+, and kind of just shove out all of their energy.
Tasty overcharge.
All right, so
Basically, yeah, Lamorak and Galahad, and if there are any other knights in the immediate vicinity, like, Jamie will boost them up too. And then, yeah, they'll go run after Seth and Lily.
okay, so oh wow, my friend just sent me a picture of a dragon. What are the odds?
Whoa.
Holy cow. Okay, so you kind of like take that remaining energy in your hands, kind of trembling, kind of push together, and kind of in almost like a spirit bomb sense, but you manage to push all of the excess energy that you could not possibly ever or you might be able to control, but it's still super destructive, into the both of them. And for the second, they like kind of like stop for a moment, but then continue on, and this time they're kind of like radiating raw energy as well, as they go up and try and disarm the dragon. And yeah, the 3 of you take off into the woods. You can clearly see there's a marked path with like markers, like trail markers and painted things and such that are easy to follow. And at that point, we'll cut off to Elle and Rhiannon. You two are basically more or less facing off against B. Morgana. She's standing there, ready for you to come forward. Actually, you know what? I have a kind of scene imagery.
Okay. Thank you for delaying so that I could finish the
Munch and crunch.
big gulp of salad I just had in my mouth.
Loading cutscene. Loading cutscene. I'm trying to... Come on, give me the proper... Okay, you know what? This looks like enough. I don't even remember the actual name of what it was. It basically looks similar to this, let's say. You're kind of standing on the ground, her hovering above. Rhiannon also hovering above, but like on your side.
Ella's like both hands on her sword and is just kind of facing her. A serious face. Rhi,
Yes?
that dragon killed my best friend. It's... If she controlled it, regardless of whether I win this duel, please just make sure the rest are okay.
I'll do what I can, and I'm here if you need, but this is your fight for as long as you want it to be.
Thank you. And I think Elle will charge at Morgan. Sure. I'm just gonna charge at Morgan. It's fine.
Okay.
There. Give me a directly engage a threat with a -1.
Okay.
The same way you'd have +1 forward, you have -1 forward.
I actually have a +1 because of the defend, so I have a 0.
So it cancels out. Great. Holy.
Get it?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Pick some.
Yeah, okay. Let's see.
Since you're fighting in a basically wasteland.
Yes. Impress, surprise, or frighten. Does she have any, like, anything that looks like an... Is she holding anything? Is there anything that looks like an arcane focus or something?
She's not holding anything. All she has are, like, her, like, robes and stuff.
Actually, then.
Her jewelry. That's it.
She's floating.
Yeah.
I think as part of the action, I charge at her, and then I jump up onto, like, part of a destroyed tree, and then I jump up from there onto a rock, and then I jump up to her, and I both slash at her, and then just, like, latch onto her arm, and I drag her down to the ground. I'd like to take her flight.
Woohoo.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's my two options. I impress, surprise, or frighten, and I take something from them.
Oh no.
Okay. Let's see here. So you hardcore parkour up and then up and then up. And you kind of like arc through with your blade kind of spinning around, and then you grab onto her arm and pull her down. And for a moment, it almost feels like your arm is about to phase through, kind of like as some smoky tendrils rise up. But she falls. You like drag her down, and she falls. And for a moment, it's strange. She looks shocked. As you slam her down, and you're about to go. It's like that one moment where you basically take her place and throw her down. And as you begin to fall, she uses her other arm and shoots this dark, thick, black energy Market condition.
Market condition, huh? Okay.
Yeah. And Rhiannon pierced the mask as she hits the ground and smoke kind of billows up. Dark smoke, some ash.
I wish I was not still. I mean, I wish I was not angry now, but it might still work. I'm piercing on Morgan Le Fay. Okay, so I don't think I have anything that will push this for me. Oh ho!
Oh, wowzers.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right.
That's a solid roll.
Right? Sometimes these two overlap, but I'm gonna ask them both anyway. What are you really planning?
Okay. Ask the 3 questions and I'll answer them.
Okay. I'm gonna do what are you really planning? What do you intend to do? Because they're not always the same.
Oh, they're not.
And no, yeah, I didn't expect so. You know what? In a sense, if she's playing a long game, it actually makes sense to ask, what do you want me to do? Because then maybe we don't want to do that.
Okay.
And I don't think I have enough info to ask, like, how could I get your character to blank? So, yes, those first 3.
So,
Really planning, want me to do, intend to do.
you know that her intention is to get that focus no matter what. And, well, she wants you and Elle and the rest to keep attacking her and the dragon.
Oh, I knew it.
And what are you really planning? As you, as the smoke and darkness kind of clears, you almost see a wisp of the darkness kind of separate and kind of drift off into the mist that has begun to settle over the countryside due to all of the weird weather phenomena. As it's almost like part of her hand that got yanked, or no, not the one that got yanked, the one that shot out the blast of energy, almost appears to be reforming from shadow.
It's like a simulacrum. Shit. So I feel like at that, like, just Vannon's eyes go wide, and she's just like, "Elle, she's not really here."
What? Elle just just slashes at the thing. It's like, you dishonorable witch.
The blade itself cleaves through the shadow, and it kind of like a hologram. It kind of like part of the shadow dissipates where the blade went through, and then begins to reform into, it looks like flesh and blood, and you're able to grasp it. And her mouth curls into this smile. Your power is like none other, but know that there are always those who are more powerful. As she begins to back up, moving this time less like she normally did and more like just the shadow of the real Morgana.
Fuck.
Rhiannon's gonna try to rush to Elle, and like, she's gonna try to teleport them back to their friends.
Alright. Give me
it's probably using Seth's charm as like an anchor point for getting us there.
Okay then. In that case, give me an Unleash Your Powers +1. Because you've got the anchor and you've got influence over Elle. Do you have influence over Elle?
I think yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just
However,
a +1.
Like, tempted to not take any chances. Yeah, I'm not gonna take any chances. She's gonna overcharge because this is really important.
Okay. Or you can spend 1 burn to move.
I don't have move anymore, and that does not take anyone with you.
Oh, okay. Smart.
But yeah, so spending 2 burn to overcharge to get us to appear with our friends.
Awesome. Okay, so as the shadow dissipates, the last thing you see is that smile before you kind of reappear next to while the five of you are together, you see kind of the sun is beginning to set now, as you see like flashes of light as the dragon's fire blooms from behind you as the knights are fighting. And the five of you are now running towards the cave, and you see the entrance of the cave, this pure white limestone. Instead of three slabs that look natural, this is now like an arched gateway made out of limestone. And as you run through it, the dirt itself, it doesn't stain the white, it more so just kind of falls off, as the stone itself is pure and does not get dirty. And you're running down further and down.
She wasn't real. I don't know if the dragon's real or not, but whoever she is.
The dragon must be real.
It felt real to me.
Either
Well,
way,
if
I
she
feel
wasn't
like
there, then she might be where we're going. If the knights expected her, then... Oh, they must have... I mean... She clearly knows where this is, right?
I don't know what to do.
keep
I want
going.
nothing more than to go back and help them against the dragon that killed him, but at the same time I just want to run away, and Morgan being here is...
Hey, Al?
She needs to... Yes.
It's your birthday. Whichever of those things you want to do, I think you kind of have everybody's full support in that, because you can probably do any of those things.
Oh, this is the best birthday I've ever had. If they want us, if the important thing is to get the gem to where it needs to go, then we need to do that.
All right,
And
let's go.
And I'm afraid that if I leave all of you alone, then the same fate will befall you as befell him. So I'm sticking with you.
I think Jamie would go up to Elle and just give her a very tight, very fierce, and very quick hug.
Okay. Comfort and support.
It's not gonna do good, cause... Oh, hell yeah!
Oh, shit!
Hell yeah!
Take that.
Those moves are there when it matters.
Okay. I'll look more afraid that I had marked because of this fucking situation.
The power of friendship prevails. Hopefully.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to clear afraid as well.
Noise.
And yeah, just basically say like, we're here for you, and we're not gonna let that dragon or her take any more of your friends.
Yeah, we'll be just fine.
You didn't see what I have, but I have to believe that we can win.
And we will.
So I will.
Okay, we gotta get moving.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
bonus.
hustle.
If the other one was an illusion and the real one is at where we're going, you get your duel.
I'm afraid.
I am under no more illusions that she will respect the confines of a duel. If she would use such a pretense to not even be there, I can think of nothing more dishonorable. No, we don't duel.
Okay.
We face her together.
And with that, you
Okay.
arrive to the entrance of the large cavern, what you see before you. And now that you've carried the focus inside, the area again lights up, and there's this large, almost sapphire-esque crystal that's blooming with kind of blue-white light that's almost like the dragon's light, but it's pure in a sense that you cannot really name. And it's almost as though daylight is within the cavern, yet there's a starry sky above it almost. And the grass itself is lush and green. And Enchantress, Enchantress and Jamie, you both feel it's different feelings. Enchantress, you feel like the area here is full of ancient life, almost like a tree that has been around for millennia. And it's like a chorus of grass that's almost singing in a choir-esque, like an angelic choir-esque tone. Jamie, you feel, again, the same life energy, this time more stronger. That tether is stronger than before. You see before you the Arch of Avalon, this kind of this geometric pattern. Actually, no, I think I can draw it out. Jaedis, I told you before that I made some dumb sketches.
Yeah.
It's kind of like extending like that, and then like that, and then like that. Did I get that right? I fucked it up already. Oh my god. Oh shoot, I just fuck.
What?
I deleted all the stuff on the page. Except for oh no! Oh god! Oh god, I fucked up.
I'm pretty sure you can control Z on
It won't let
20.
it won't let.
Oh no, did you accidentally do like another thing after you did? Oh no, it only goes back like
Oh god, everybody! Oh my god, everybody can see all the hidden stuff again. I'm a hot mess. Okay, so it goes like that, and like that, and then like that, and then like that, and then like that, like that, like that, and then like that. Except it's symmetrical and much prettier.
Where did the team go?
I accidentally deleted it. We're back up at 6.
I think we're at 5. Oh, it's a 6? Okay.
Right, so.
Yeah.
Let me replace. Holy shit! I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
Team 6.
Technical difficulty.
Technical difficulties, please. Give me a moment.
Shit. Oh god. Okay, yeah, that's enough. Fuck it. And the arch itself almost seems to glow as the focus comes into as the focus comes into range. And you both see Dindrain and Percival standing guard, their swords at the ready, having known about the commotion outside now. Let me... Oh shit.
What oh shit? Why oh shit?
No, it's just...
I think that's just Annie.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought that was one of them saying, oh shit, and I was like, oh, what?
Fucking rectangle
I mean,
move!
it's us saying, "Oh shit."
I mean, like, there's, like, if someone said, oh shit, it wouldn't be out of place. I just wanted to know why.
I'm sorry.
It would not have been out of place.
There.
Oh, shit.
Everybody's there.
Wow, for the pretty nights. Thank you.
As...
Percy's so stretched.
Oh, yeah, Percy and Dindrain are stretched.
There we go.
Yay.
There we go. Oh, they're out of place. Oh, whoops. Oh, well. Whatever. Makes sense. It's still accurate. And... as the 5 of you arrive at the cave, they kind of gesture you to come down, and as you pass through, it's almost like you all feel like this tingle, of, like, it's weird, it's almost like this tingle of pleasant energy, that, like, for a moment it eases the tension in your shoulders as the focus itself passes through kind of the empty archway. You know what? Everybody clear one condition.
Oh, fun. Can I yell at them that Morgan is here?
Okay. So yeah, you let them, and they both turn to each other. And yeah, they already have their weapons out. Percival's kind of short swords are glowing. As are Dindrain's, and Elle, yours are your weapon's glow is slightly more powerful. And Enchantress, for a moment, as soon as you step down onto this grass, the grass itself seems to kind of immediately want to like go up with you, and soon enough you have part of this grass that is always kind of fresh. It feels like fresh, like when you're running through one of those really well manicured lawns in the morning after like a nice rain, and it's like full of dew and it's cold and it's pleasant. I don't know if anybody else has ever run barefoot through one of those lawns. What a pleasant feeling.
I think I might have.
It's such a good feeling. I miss that feeling. And as the blades begin to merge as part of you, it's almost like a few of your vines begin to also glow the same, very faint color. As the two siblings run up towards the entrance, and you set down the the case off to the side, and are getting ready to open it. A dark.
Away from Morgan, because I'm really worried because Elle was like, she's here, so I want to make sure that she does not get this, because that almost happened before, and I don't want that to happen.
It did almost happen before.
Under an archway, also.
Under an arch. Under an arch. Wow, it's almost like I planned this to have narrative parallels, which I totally did.
Good job, Annie.
That like rainbow, the more you know, but it's I guess. Question mark.
What did you want to do, Kris?
Like, be on the lookout for Morgan.
Yes.
Yes.
Because, like, if I'm opening this case, then she could do a snatch, and don't want that to happen.
Okay. So
Like that.
you're kind of hovering, you're on the lookout, and seven of you now see this kind of shadow grace the part of the exit of the cave that you all came through. And it kind of like dances in the light that's being given off as something walks through. The sounds of battle that were echoing previously have gone silent as someone walks through, and you all see...
Through what?
As someone walks through the entrance to the cave. And you all see in this wispy black armor a being of pure shadow. It's almost as though like instead of a body in the armor, it's just shadow filling through. And Elle, you recognize as they hold up the sword, also glowing. The sword itself is Excalibur.
What?
And you are all engaging a dangerous foe as a team move time. Entering battle against a dangerous foe as a team. That's a mouthful. Once again, who is your leader?
Still L.
That's really funny because Elle seeing Excalibur is like, fuck, do I need to obey this person now?
Actually, you know what? In that case, we are going to use a different team move. Let me pull it up.
Oh
Actually,
no,
it's
is
available on the
that really creepy one?
It's Skyfall.
Okay.
Oh Christ.
That one makes me uncomfortable.
A good
Does
kind
it?
of uncomfortable or bad kind of uncomfortable?
Uh,
Bring it up in Stars Wishes or DM me after, so that because we're
Yeah,
still
no
making
problem.
adjustments. Okay, so an unrelenting force, the wielder of Excalibur, is stretching a teammate, L. You're all rallying behind them. Let me just pull this out for a second. Let me get the little team counter I have ready. Oh, this is lovely battle music.
Okay, so I mark afraid and guilty
You
and
mark
insecure and hopeless.
you mark afraid, guilty, insecure, and hopeless.
Okay.
Okay, does anybody have guilty marked?
Nope.
not anymore.
Oof. Does
Like
anybody?
we've just been clearing a bunch of conditions
Oh,
up to
that's
this
true.
point, so
Yeah.
Oh shit! I probably should have retconned the you all clear condition as you walk under the arch, but
It's fine. It's fine.
I can remark that.
no, it's okay. It's okay. Feel
I didn't hear
good
that,
for
so
now.
I didn't clear it.
Wait, are we retconning or no?
Well, we won't.
Okay.
It's fine.
Does anybody have afraid?
Nope.
not anymore.
Nope.
Just angry.
Oh shit! Does anybody
I
have?
also only have angry.
Whew. Does anybody have insecure?
I have insecure
Oh,
march.
thank
Thanks.
goodness.
Thank fuck
Coming
that.
through. Thank you, Seth. Okay, Elle, you can clear insecure. Okay. We only cleared one condition.
Mm-hmm.
And Elle, are you at 5 conditions?
No, I'm at 3.
Oh, okay, great. So you get another 3 team added to the pool.
Damn.
From 6 to 9.
Wait, so if
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So the 3 team is just flat.
Yeah, it's a flat 3 team.
Okay.
Yeah, it could
Yeah,
be
we're
worded
good.
a bit more clearly, but
Oh,
it's...
okay. Okay, yeah, it's just it might need to re-rate. That's it. Okay, I'll have that
No,
noted down.
it's I just thought you were adding an additional 3 team beyond that flat 3 that
Oh,
you get.
no.
So I was confused. So we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Okay. So Enchantress, you said you were keeping an eye out as the wielder of Excalibur walks through the entryway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For a moment, they stand, everybody's standing frozen, before the figure jumps off and lands with a solid, like, echoing into the
Like,
cavern.
hide the focus or like guard it more.
Okay.
Can you put it inside of you?
Yes, that's what I was planning. That's what I was picturing anyway.
Oh shit. Okay.
it
Well, you're all standing in front, kind of like forming like a defensive turtle formation around or in front of the focus.
Engulf Lily, do it.
Will you engulf it?
Absorb it into your being.
Absorb
Usurp
it into your
Merlin.
I am become Merlin. No. I will just like.
You'd be a
hide-
better Merlin than he is.
Oh,
Anyone would. Okay, so you try and absorb it? Or at
Yeah,
least...
I just hide it in vines. Yeah, absolutely. That's my go-to.
Okay, so you kind of take it within your form. Oh, let's see. Unleash your powers.
Oh.
Unleash your powers. Get freaky. Not
That's a
bad.
9.
noise.
You have 19.
I was gonna say, I would be willing to use a team to help.
Can
Yeah,
you
let's
make like an illusion to hide it completely?
Oh, I think it is completely hidden in her, but I can make an illusion that makes it look like it's still there.
Oh, all right. So the case
So it's like
itself.
it's actually in Enchantress, but it looks like it's still sitting where it was before. Sure, do that.
I forgot to add a slight detail as well. The actual mainsail from the Pridwin, it's laying at the base of the arch. So it's like been laid out, and you see itself the crest, or like the heraldry of. I'm trying to make sure I don't goof up the medieval terminology. Oh gosh, I'm nervous. My hands are shaking.
You're
The
fine.
symbol of King Arthur's court is like emblazoned on the middle in like shimmering gold. It is as pure white as the arch. So it's just laying there, set up, ready. It seems that the knights themselves have set up stuff beforehand. And let's see. Seth, you notice as the Shadow Knight.
Can I very quickly say a thing?
Yes.
I think when the Shadow Knight appears in Elsie's Excalibur, that she kind of like lowers her sword a little bit and says like, "Art."
Oh.
That's all I wanted to say.
My heart.
For a moment, the shadows flare, but then they return as the Shadow Knight. They're not wearing Arthur's armor. You notice. You know that for sure. And it's holding up the blade, expectant and ready for you to all approach. As Seth, you notice this little wisp of shadow kind of come off of it and blend into Dindran's shadow.
That
Oh no.
Jamie wants to pierce the mask, please. As soon as you're done describing.
Well, before you can do that, you see kind of partially stabbed into the ground, this large, very elegantly crafted lance is partially stuck out of the ground. And you see, as the shadow itself begins to emerge, you see a hand pale and like nails red as blood. Take the spear out. And from behind, as the two knights are focused on this being, it goes and it rushes up and it attempts to stab Dindran through the back.
Oh,
And
yeah,
the rest
I'll
of you
defend
see
my thought.
the rest of you see as the lance itself begins to float, and the visage of Morgana kind of comes out from behind the shadow, another wicked smile on her face.
You said Seth saw the shadow wisp
Seth.
looking over
Yeah,
there, right?
I'll
Okay.
defend.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Go, 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 go.
Oh, right, I'm insecure.
Oh no. Hey!
Doesn't matter.
Take that!
Yeah, I'm just gonna like real quick make myself an ice sword and just like run over there and parry.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Wow, Seth is really living everyone's dreams right now.
Right.
Am I?
I mean, like, you got to fight side by side with the superpowered cyclone yesterday, now you're protecting
Okay.
That's just me
Different
projecting.
session, Annie.
I'm
Please.
okay. So, it's almost slow motion as the ice itself forms into this this amazing just blade that actually reflects the light cast by like the different torches put up and some of the modern spotlights stuck up. As you manage to duck forward and deflect the lance as it goes high. And pick from the options.
Oh, right. Fuck. Let's see. Okay, we have 9 teams. That's probably fine.
Oh, I think it's 8 now because I used one to help Lily.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for reminding me.
We should be fine. I will clear a condition.
All right. So yeah, you saved one of the Knights of the Round Table as Morgana lets out this kind of like monstrous screech, similar akin to the dragon, as she fades back into the shadow, and remerges with the knight, her hands on both shoulders, on the pauldrons as they hold up the blade, and all of the knights have now come down. The four of them behind, and the 5 of you in front, basically surrounded. And
Okay.
before anyone can do anything, this flash of light makes its way down from the cavern as Morgana's eyes go wide for a moment before she ducks into a shadow, and this light spear goes through the shadow head and lands in front of the 5 of you as everybody turns. And down from the staircase... Oh, wait, no, not down from the staircase just yet. Morgana reappears. Her eyes go wide. She looks around. She flies up and dives into the arch. And she becomes one with the arch as you see these black tendrils kind of snaking their way through. And at the very top, where the focus is supposed to be, you see... oh gosh.
Whoa. L. Heavy breathing.
Noise. As there's this face of pure anger kind of carved in, along with all of the other Arthurian legend and mythos retellings. And down comes the stairs as you hear the clang, clang, clang. Black metal boots, singed black metal boots, walk down, and you see adult Lancelot.
Uncle Lance!
And the arch itself...
Rhiannon would go to hug him, but...
The arch itself is sealed as a new wave of brilliant light sweeps over the entire room for a moment, and the black veins settle down. And everything in the room is tense and quiet.
Is there anything between Rhiannon and Uncle Lance?
There's the rest of the arch, and there are the 4 knights.
I think Elle would say, took you long enough.
Rhiannon just goes, Uncle Lance! And she will fly past everything because if nothing is explicitly blocking her way, and she's gonna try to hug him.
Okay, so just so I'm back and remembering what's up. So Morgana
Yes.
tried to stab Dindrain. Seth
Yes.
blocked it.
Yes.
Adult Lancelot threw a spear at the Shadow Knight, destroying it.
Not really destroying it per se. More so...
Just spooked Morgan Le Fay out of it, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Morgan went into the archway.
Yeah.
Is the Shadow Knight still here?
The Shadow Knight was also put in the arch.
Where
Okay,
is
along with
Excalibur?
Excalibur?
You see...
Just on the floor?
No, you see glinting at the top, next to Morgan on the other side of the slot where the focus goes. A helmeted being with the same armor, sword raised and pointing towards the slot. You see that Excalibur is the same white limestone marble as the rest of the arch and the rest of the sculpted, or as the rest of the carvings, but it's outlined with black, and the knight themselves are black.
Okay, wait. The knight is on top of the arch and Morgan is the arch? I'm still lost.
Okay,
They
they're both
have both become carvings.
They have both become carvings on the arch, just in black.
Oh.
Okay.
I
So
see.
they are on the arch.
Okay.
No, they are the arch.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Out of character, I think that means that they're in Avalon, but
No, I think it means that they're wanting to hitch a ride when you open the gate.
You don't know.
Yes.
We don't know. But man, is
For all
still
you know,
hunting
they've been
Uncle
sealed
Lance.
in the arch.
yes.
That's nice.
Elle will just, collapse against a cave wall.
Just okay. What the fuck is going on?
What does this mean? What does that mean? What does any of this mean? Elle?
You turn back
I don't
towards
know.
Elle, and their sword is glowing brighter. And
Well,
it's the
what does
same
that
with
mean?
everybody else's blades. And Enchantress, your vines are also glowing bright.
Ah! Why?
Rhiannon's gonna pull away from Uncle Lance and just be like, one sec. Can she try to? I mean, it's probably not gonna work, but can she try to shunt Morgan and the knight back out of the arch?
Yes, drag them out. Drag them out.
Drag her. Yeah.
You make an attempt, and you can't quite. The magic itself here is so overpowering that you cannot discern the difference between Morgan and the arch, and this has just gone beyond your scope of power.
That says a lot.
It's like
Her
attempting.
power is, super infinite.
It's like
I wouldn't go that far.
No, it's super infinite.
it's like an ant attempting to move a continent, let's say.
Ugh.
I have some powerful aunts.
And
Quintillion ants in the world. Oh. Can Lily try to I don't know, ask the focus what is happening and what do I do? I don't know what any of this means. Do you have answers? Rock. How do we fix this?
you
I see.
feel yourself pulled to it's very faint, and you've been in the adrenaline of the moment, of Lancelot coming down, of the knight, of Morgana, of everything. As everything is starting to die down a bit more, you feel yourself pulled towards the actual arch itself. But it's not you propelling yourself, it's the focus pushing its way.
Yeah, no, just trying to Lily just just try to plant herself into this no, that seems like a. Are you sure? Because Morgan is there, and I don't think that's a good idea. No.
It's pushing you further and further, and the more you resist, the more it's
Lily.
attempting to tear its way out.
I'm trying to hold it
It's
back
okay.
or talk to it or something.
If you keep holding it back, take a powerful blow.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
No, before, like, Rhiannon wants to tell her to stop.
What was
What?
that, Jaedis?
Huh? Oh, like, we can see this, like, kind of happening, right? And I mean, Enchantress is talking out loud to the focus, like, I don't think that's it. Don't do it. Like,
Yeah, like
we're
quietly to
catching on
herself,
that.
like, nope, how about we don't? Just stay here. And you can see her, like, planting herself into, like,
Yeah,
putting her
because I
down
think
into the ground, right?
Rhiannon's gonna go up to her and just like put a hand on her vines, and just be
No
like,
shoulders.
Lily, I think it's going to be okay. I think, like, she actually looks super sad and is looking around at like all the glowing swords and shit, which have gotten brighter, right?
Yeah, they've gotten
It's just
brighter, and some of Lily's vines, as well as Elle's sword, they were slightly bright before, but now they're at the same level of brilliance.
I think it's time for them to go.
Are you sure? What? Does it, like, yeah, looking around, like, does anyone else confirm this? Either
Jamie
verbally-
has no idea what the fuck is going on.
Oh, I mean, like, the knights as well, but
Oh.
yeah, like,
Yes.
Elle-
I want to know what the other knights think about this. Because Elle doesn't know what was going on, because as far as Elle knew, this was supposed to be a surprise party for her birthday.
Oh,
Oh,
right. You got punked, man. What can I say? The rest of the knights, Percival and Dindrain are like now standing like together. Galahad is standing apart, kind of a bit closer to Lancelot. His blade raised still in preparation, kind of facing
Galahad
Lancelot slightly.
Lamorak came down?
They came down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I hope that means the dragon's gone. We'll see.
Yeah, the sounds of the
Well,
dragon
some of us will see.
stopped. And everybody's standing there tense for a moment. Lamorak goes, well, it's time for the focus. It's time for the ritual. And
Hey, Lamb.
yeah?
You know I was expecting a surprise party for my birthday, right?
Well, this entire situation's one hell of a surprise.
It's not a party.
Well, that's obvious. Percival picks up the lance, looks at Dindrain. She holds out her hand, now without the gauntlet, or any kind of protection or covering. And she grabs the head of the lance and slashes her hand, walks forward and drips her blood on the sail. And it's weird. It's typically the sail itself would stain, but instead, it almost seems to. It's like that material that is like waterproof / water resistant, despite
Hydrophobic?
Yes, it's almost hydrophobic, as it kind of travels through, and the drops begin to spread out and kind of encircle the interior of the arch, kind of forming this rim. And they all look, the rest of the knights look towards where Lily and Rhiannon have the focus, I guess.
so they're, like, also indicating that she should let it go?
Yes.
Okay, she will.
Okay. As it kind of exits, it's now, you see the faintest bit of red in the middle, kind of floating. Again, it's almost like at first you look and it's almost like a plasma, but then it's like a liquid, but then it shifts into a gas, and then it crackles like a flame. Then it shifts almost to like a lightning bolt. And then kind of solidifies slightly like a rock. And then it kind of just shifts through all these different phases as it begins to float, almost casting light from all of the vertexes. And it slowly floats up towards the arch, and it kind of slots itself into the arch as this kind of echoes through the chamber. And you see the outline of blood almost begins to glow, as does the insignia on the sail. And kind of closing in, separating your line of sight between the knights and the rest of you, this glowing rainbow portal begins to appear. And the gate to Avalon is open. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Wait, no, I needed. Oh.
You wanted to say something?
She wanted to do something before everybody leaves because I know they're going to be leaving after this session.
Oh, no, don't worry. Nobody's going to be leaving after nobody's going to be entering the portal as soon as the session ends. The portal is now open, and the biggest threats are gone. For now.
What happened to the dragon? Can I ask that to the knights?
Well, as the ending credits will begin to play as you step out from the cave, and you see that the forest is like half destroyed. Yeah, Enchantress, it's just, it's painful. But you see from the destruction, as like there's like blackened earth, you see tiny little sprouts begin to glow. This is like over the ending credits. There's little tiny sprouts, different like types of bush, different very tiny trees, kind of glowing slightly, begin to emerge from the earth. As the land is clear, the dragon appears to have disappeared, or from what you can understand, it turned into that Black Knight, that Shadow Knight, and is now within the arch. And you see spears sticking out from the ground. Lancelot's spears. Don't you go out on me right now.
Oh dear.
No, it's good. And everything is safe. The path to Avalon is open.
Mm-hmm. I think Jaedis wanted to do a thing real fast.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I did. It was with the NPCs. Otherwise, I would just like hold it off for not in a game.
Oh, okay. What's it gonna be? What was it gonna be?
Well, she wants to go up to Galahad and Uncle Lance.
Okay, this is playing out over the end credits. This is like at the end of the session, so we can continue on then. Okay. As like the anime music dies down, let's say.
The anime music never dies.
Or quiets.
But she's going to look to God. Does he still have the second sword on his belt?
Does he still have... Yeah, he still has Lancelot's sword. Kind of like strapped onto his back versus his belt.
That makes sense. It would be unwieldy to have two there all the time. She walks up to them, but she's not sure what to say. Jaedis isn't sure what to say either. I think I'm not sure exactly what you'll be facing when you all go, but perhaps it's time that was returned.
It might be time. But for now, we'll reconvene and we'll see what must be done next. And as he looks over, kind of like your eyes follow as well, to the rest of the night, Lancelot standing alone, and the rest of your team. And turns back to you. This will not end here, and it will not end in Avalon.
She looks confused.
Shouldn't it end in one of those places?
Being cryptic for the sake of being cryptic. Do you have any other things?
No, she'll probably just tell him. It's just like, well, I still take care of them for me. Lydia's still on, right?
He, for a moment, his face is kind of like blank slightly, but he looks down at you. He gets a bit, looks a bit tired in the eyes, but he gives a very kind of almost shadow of a smile. Our deal is still on. I do not break my vows.
She gives him a really big smile.
If he's still standing next to Lancelot, that seems almost like an intentional burn.
No, I think she made it sound like Lancelot is off over by himself.
Yeah,
and like the group is off a little ways too.
He's kind of like picking up one of his spears out of the ground, like one of the like just energy spears or something. As the three other knights are also standing together, kind of.
Can Elle and Lancelot both be picking up energy spears and then they go for the same one and they're like, no, this is mine. How do you know?
Okay, it wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't. Actually, you know what? We can make that like an end credits funny, like blooper reel scene.
Just like, just like the credits end and then it comes back for a second just for the lols.
Yeah, it's like, no, this is mine, and then Lancelot is like, how do you know? And then Lancelot is like, mine are better, and then Lancelot is like, no, mine are better.
Okay, I think we'll shift
into. Gives Galahad a quick hug, and then she's not gonna let Uncle Lance walk by himself. She'll go hold his hand.
Okay. We'll fade back into black. As we'll start from. Yeah, let's just go from the top. Elle, you grow closer into your own image or away from the team?
Well, definitely not away from the team. I think I grew closer to Ree.
Oh. Okay.
Why the fuck am I hungry? I just
gotta. It's like. Oh wait, there's only two labels that can possibly shift, so I don't have to worry that much. Let's see. Out of this, I know this one can't shift, but I'm gonna do it anyway. We're gonna go Savior up and Mundane down. I know neither of those can shift, so.
Yes. Can.
But you know, like, Elle was very heroic. That was very heroic, and all this Avalon shit be weird, yo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, she's one to talk, but still. The weird can recognize the weird, it's fine.
Like knows like.
Exactly.
Cool. And I marked a potential.
Okay. Alright,
and then Rhiannon.
Oh dear. You know what? You know what? She's gonna grow closer to Lily because they were finally on a mission together, and Lily was doing a good job and was protecting the focus, and
Lily
it would have
is
been possible
amazing.
without.
And
Also,
the
Lily is
best.
amazing. Yes.
Precious Lily.
Cool.
Lily is
Alright,
my
go for it.
favorite on the team. Don't tell anyone.
Yep. So you get influence over Rhiannon, and do I want to? Potential's nice, but also I don't feel like she has any reason to be angry anymore. So
Okay.
mission cleared.
And then Lily.
Yeah. I'm not super sure, to be honest.
Same.
I don't think I grew away from anybody, but I also don't know that I grew super close to anyone. I also don't know that I did anything else, so do people mind if it loops back to me in a bit?
Oh, sure.
Like if anyone else wants to go before me, that would be lovely.
That's fine.
Thank you.
I'm going to say I grew closer to L, because of the just learning more about the stuff that they've been going through and the Avalon shit that Jamie has been very disconnected from.
I would shift Danger up, Superior down.
Can't do that.
Okay.
Right, and because my danger's at a 3 and my 2, so that just doesn't happen. Right?
It doesn't happen.
And then Seth.
This is also difficult. Yeah, I'll say closer to Jamie.
Okay. I think let's go danger down, freak up.
Why would you do this to me? Oh, my danger's at 0. I'm just the worst bowl, I guess.
Baby boy, no.
We can be terrible together.
This is fine.
3 month fire. This is fine.
Look, I'm a Nova with a freak, so.
This hurts me. I should have punch everyone. I'm so dumb. I'll never use there when it matters. Mistake. I should petition the GMs to let me change it. Annie, let me change it! I've never used it!
What are you not using? Oh, there when it matters?
Yeah.
Can I take punch everyone instead? Can I take
Have you
punch
ever-
everyone instead?
We can talk about it after the game.
Fine.
We can talk after the game.
Anyway, and back to Kris.
Curses, you remembered. Yeah, I think Lily will grow closer to L.
Okay. For Lily, I think that would be Savior up.
Oh.
And let's say Freak down.
I cannot shift my freak down, so nothing will happen.
Really?
It's locked.
Oh,
shit.
I was about to say that the plant girl cannot be freaked down. Oh, what? And I was like, okay, that makes sense. What can go down?
Anything else?
Danger?
Yep, sure. That makes sense.
Okay.
She did
Say
the
rub
opposite of
danger
flight.
down.
Okay, and I'm going to mark potential because I have no condition.
Okay. And with that, the credits will again they'll transition into black, and then we'll get like a sharp cut where it's like just in the distance there's the wind rustling. You're all still back at the thing, but this time there's an energy spear sticking out of the ground. There's like a ka from like a crow nearby or something. As two gauntleted hands or two hands grasp the spear, and we get like a sharp cut back to Lancelot and Elle just staring at each other. And that, like, neither of you are letting go. And it's just, like, stubborn. And then we'll cut back to black. And then, again, one more end credit scene will fade in to nighttime. Stars kind of dancing over the sky. The clouds still mostly obscuring them. This is too whimsical for me to listen to. 1 second. Okay. As we're back in Joyous Guard, Elle, you were sent off to go grab something, I guess from one of the rooms.
Treating me like a butler, I see. Like a squire.
Yeah.
Typical.
And as you walk back into that big great hall that has now been restored that you know, you open the door, and as you open the door, there's a big thing. Surprise! As someone shoots a confetti popper in your face.
Aww.
And it's all been made up, and you know what? There was a surprise party planned.
Elle looks genuinely surprised.
And overall, it's a fun time. It's a fun feast, fantastical, fun time.
Yay.
And
I think then...
And then I think that's the best place to end. In terms of end credits.
Dragon.
Yeah, the post credit scene that does not have to be an actual scene is Jamie giving Elle their birthday present.
Yeah, it's like that's like part of the party scene.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't have to be a scene. It just happens, and I'm saying it did.
Okay.
And as a gift for Elle as well. I was worried, like, I'm like, oh no, are they all gonna like leave right then? Oh god. But no, phew.
We can all say that this happened in the thing. And I
oh no, I was just saying, like, I like before you said that they weren't all disappearing right away. I was just like, oh no. No, we're good. I'm good.
Yeah, no.
That we were going to go into Avalon right now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And
no,
it would just like teleport the people that are missing. It's just surprise, wherever you were, you're in Avalon now. Hey.
Just from like a family dinner.
Yep.
Okay. I think that's where we're gonna end today's recording. Have a great evening, everyone. Is it Monday yet? No.
I don't want it to be Monday. Don't do
With
this.
the D20 and the Mercer and the... Okay.